Good day, everyone. Good day, everyone. My name is Olusegun Adewale Towobola. I'm an educational consultant, the CEO of Breadwinners Assisted Education. The CEO of Breadwinners Assisted Education, Alice Memorial Trade and Technical Group of Schools. In Breadwinners Assisted Education, we do two things. Number one, we run nursery, primary, and secondary schools in different communities. Presently, we are having 3 campuses, one in Jos, where I'm speaking from. We have one in Bassa, and we have another one in Zagun, all in Plateau State, in Jos, Plateau State, Nigeria, West Africa. The second thing we do in Breadwinners Education is educational services and consultancy, which I am about doing now. We educate the community. We make presentation of success seminars and training. And this particular one is about how to start and run successful private schools. How to start and run successful private schools. This presentation is a training for those who want to start and run successful private schools, whether they have educational background or not. And my topic is successful establishment of private school seminar. Successful establishment of private school seminar. The first thing I want to talk about is one, understanding the importance of this seminar. Understanding the importance of this seminar. This seminar is able to give you millions of naira in 3 months, depending on your reception. It's able to give you what I call a wonderful empowerment, financial empowerment, whether as an individual or as an organization. Most of the people that have gone through this training are pastors, reverend, and even as individual, it is a program that can empower you. Also, it will grant you well of wealth, what I call well of wealth creation. Of course, buy the truth and sell it not. It is not for free. We pay for it. I myself, I paid a lot for the knowledge. So some of us may be gaining access to it online. So you may be asked to pay. Whatever they ask you to pay can never be compared to what you are going to gain, because the gain is endless. The gain is resourceful. The gain is great. Having said that, I move forward. The second thing I want to talk about is procedure for establishing a school. I am speaking from Jos, Plateau State, Nigeria, and you may not be in Nigeria. Every government, every country have Ministry of Education who control everything about school, and they have different laws or whatever, but I believe it's not going to be too much different from that of Nigeria. In Nigeria here, mostly in Plateau State, the Plateau State government has procedure for establishment of private school. What do I need to do if I want to establish private school in Nigeria, most especially in Plateau State? If you go to another state, even in Nigeria, is what they will ask you to do may be different from that of the Plateau State. They are not the same. So, as an individual, if you want to start school, what you need to do, what you're supposed to do is to go to the Ministry of Education and ask them, I want to start school, please guide me. So if you do that, what I'm going to do now is what they are going to tell you, mostly in Plateau State. There is a paper that they are going to give to you. The paper is called Procedure of procedure for establishing a school. I have about 15 lists there, what and what you need to put in place. So I'm starting from the government perspective. So from there, I will now come to my own initiative. So back to the government paper. Procedure for establishing a school. Number one thing here is acquire land of not less than 2 hectares in urban. That is 2.5 hectares for semi-urban and rural area, and 3 to 3.5 hectares and above for building schools. If you know how to calculate hectares of land, you know that is a very big portion of land, because according to them, you need to start big, and you should have land that will contain your future structure, including football field, standard football field, and also so you need a very big land that you will purchase and buy. So that is the starting point according to government. Very big land. So you can't talk of 1, 2 plot of land or 3 plot of land. The land we are talking here is talking about 50 plot to 100 plots of land, and so forth. So number 2, erect not less than 3 standard classrooms. Erect not less than 3 standard classrooms, 1 staff room, and 4 toilets for a start. Not only that, you get big land. After you have gotten the land, bought the land, and you have the papers of the land, then you are going to build 3 standard classroom, not small room. Some of the room we use when you are using a flat building to start, it's not standard classroom. Standard classroom is very big. It's like about 20 feet to 50 feet. It's a hall. So 3 standard classrooms. And how many toilets? You are going to have 1 staff room and 4 toilets for a start. That's the second thing. Number 3, purchase establishing forms from the Quality Assurance Department, Ministry of Education. That's the department that handles the selling of form in the Ministry of Education, Plateau State. Is called Quality Assurance Department. When you go there, you buy the form for establishing private school. And that form presently, if you are in Jos North, the form is 200,000 naira. And that is for a school. And to them, nursery is a school, primary is a school, and secondary is a school. So if you choose to run the 3, that means you are running 3 schools, you purchase 3 forms. That is 200,000 naira times 3, 600,000 naira. You will purchase that form first. And if it is in a local government in Plateau State that is very close to the local government secretariat, it is 150,000 naira per school, per form. Then if it is in the village, remote area, then it is 100,000 naira per form, per school. So you have to purchase the form first. That's the third thing. Number 4, process the form alongside application for establishment of schools addressed to the Honorable Commissioner of Ministry of Education. Honorable Commissioner, Ministry of Education, through the zonal director and the area director. So you are going to process the form before you start. And the processing of the form is money. Because before you are going to fill the form, before you fill the form, you have to register with Corporate Affairs Commission. How do you register with Corporate Affairs Commission? You go to the Corporate Affairs Commission. Now they register it online. You register the name of your school. Formerly, they used to register business name, which is the cheapest in Nigeria. It used to be around 20,000 to 25,000 naira. But now, about 2 months ago, the Corporate Affairs Commission in Nigeria came up with another policy that a school must register nothing less than limited liability company. Limited liability company is if you go to a lawyer, they tell you 200,000 naira, 150. If it's very cheap, they say 120. So you are going to use certificate of that place to register. I mean, to process the form. Right? The certificate of Corporate Affairs Commission is part of what you will use to process the registration and the processing of the form that you got from the Ministry of Education. And each processing, when they are coming to inspect your school, you pay money. You pay money in the office, and when they come also, you are going to pay money. And sometimes they charge money. They tell you that they are giving us nothing less than 30,000 naira, 50,000 naira. After you have paid about 50 to nothing less than 50,000 naira, and you are paying per school. If you are running nursery and primary school, you pay separately. If you are running nursery, primary, secondary school, you pay separately. So that is the requirement from government. We should not forget that government make money from the citizens through tax, revenues, and things like this. So that is number 4. Process the form alongside the application. You are going to write application letter to the government. I want to open schools. That letter, you write it, then the forms together. That's how you are processing. Number 5, proceed to the Ministry of Education for a letter of introduction in CAC. That's what I've said before. You proceed to the Ministry of Education for a letter of introduction to CAC. You go to the Ministry of Education, Quality Assurance Department, and you ask them to give you introductory letter to CAC so that CAC can register the name of your school. So they will give you that letter. Then number 6, open 4 files. Number 01, 02, 03, and 04. File 01 belong to your school. File 02 belong to the Area Directorate Office, ADO. While file 03 belong to Zonal Directorate Office, ZDO. And file 04 belong to the Quality Assurance Department, Ministry of Education. That's how the file is being processed. It's going to be 4. The form for establishment of private school is quadruplet form. If you want to buy form for nursery school, if you pay that 200,000 naira, the forms are 4. If it is the primary school, there are 4 also. Secondary school also, there are 4. So, and when you are opening file, you open 4 files, putting each one inside the file and other documents that you are going to have later. At the end of the day, a particular file belongs to you, another one to the zonal office, another one to the area office, another one to the Quality Assurance Department. That's how the process is being done. Number 7, contents of each file that you have opened. There are things that will be inside the file that you have opened. And the first thing that will be inside the file is application for school establishment. You write application letter to government. I want to open school in a particular place. That letter will be inside each file. You photocopy them into 4 and put 1 inside each file. Establishment receipt. Receipt you use to buy the establishment form. You photocopy it into 4 and put 1 inside each file. See, establishment forms. The form you bought, like I said, is quadruplet. There are 4. You put 1 inside each file. Then the CAC certificate. The certificate that you have gotten from the CAC carrying the name of your school. You photocopy it, each one inside the file. Then E, land documents. They say you must buy so hectares of land. So the sales agreement, the C of O of the land, you photocopy and put inside the file. And also I, sales agreement, and under the land document we have first one, number 1, sales agreement, number 2, change of ownership, number 3, right of occupancy, C of O, and number 5, building plan. And you know building plan also is money. When you want to build a structure, school structure, what the architect will take from you is not a small money. So the building plan also, you photocopy that document and put each one inside. You put one inside each of the file. Number 8 things on the procedure for establishment of private school in Plateau State is constitute and enclose the list of the following bodies. The first one is PTA, Parent and Teachers Association Executive. So the chairman, the vice chairman, the secretary, you are going to write their names out. You form them, write their names out, and now photocopy it and put inside the file as well. Number 2, Board of Governors for the school. So the Board of Governors or Board of Directors for the school. They call them, for government came with another, government came with another name they call SBMC. So they are like they are like PTA also, but they are not PTA. So they are different. So Board of Governors and this another form, that the SBMC, you form them. Then number 3, staff committees. You have to have staff committees also. Number 9, existence of school account. That is, there must be existence of your school account. You are not to use your personal account for your school. You are not to use, in case you have an organization or you have church that you have registered. The church want to open school. So you can't use the name of the church, the bank account of the church to run the school. And you can't use your personal bank account to run the school. You must open bank account for the school. Because the school is an entity. It's an organization. So it should stand on its own, and there are things that add credibility to an organization in school, even before parents, before the community. So that when they want to transact business, you give them the school account in the name of the school. And the parent want to pay, they pay into the school account, not that pay to my account. That is discrediting. And before you open bank account in any bank in Nigeria, you still need the C of O certificate carrying the name of the school. Without that, the bank will not open. I mean, they will not open bank account for you. So, evidence of school account. Government want to see that one as well. And the number 10, health inspection. Health inspection report. Wherever local government you are starting school, you go to the local government secretariat, health department in that local government secretariat, and see the official there that I want you to come and inspect my school and write health report. And that is money. They can charge you 500,000 naira. So they will come after, you will pay money. They come to the school to check your toilet, inspect your toilet, and see whether the toilet is okay, whether it's hygiene for the student. Then they will write the report, and this report determine whether government will approve your school or not. The toilet must be far away from the well, or soak away. I mean, from the well rather, or borehole. So health report also is part of the document that government expects from you. And number 11, endorsement by education secretary, nursery and primary only. Endorsement by education secretary for nursery and primary. Education secretary is the leader, is the head of primary education board. In Plateau State, they call them SUBEB. So they have secretariat in each local government. So the head there is the education secretary. So your establishment form, most especially if it is nursery and primary school you are running, and sometimes they sign that of the junior secondary school as well. So the man will have to endorse, he will sign. There is a space where he's going to sign inside the establishment form. And before he does that, he's going to charge money. You can say 100,000 naira. You begin to bargain. Then we go to number what? Number 12. A applications letter of staff, appointment letter, acceptance letter, and staff credentials. All your teachers in the school, the application letter they wrote to apply for the job, appointment letter you gave to them, and the acceptance letter they wrote back, and their credentials, their certificate, you photocopy these documents of each staff and put all if you have 10 staff, that means you are going to be having 10 application letters, 10 appointment letters, and 10 acceptance letters, and 10 staff credentials. If a staff may even have 3 or 4 credentials. So all these things, you gather them together, they must be inside the form as well. Government want to see them to ensure that you are using qualified staff. Number 13, staff statistics. How many staff do you have in the school? The government is interested. They want to know how many staff you have in the school. Staff statistics also is required by you. You have to provide how many number of staff you have in the school, because government have a way of regulating. Number 1, that you are using qualified staff. Number 2, that you are using enough staff. Number 14, student enrollment where necessary. So they want to know how many students you have in your school, because they are coming to be taxing them, to be collecting revenue per student. They use the number of students in your school to tax you. Number 15, which is the last year, receipt of illegal operation. If the school commence operation without government approval, receipt of illegal operation. And the last time I know how much they were collecting for illegal operation is about 3 years ago, and as at that time it was 200,000 naira. Government have three ways of rating school, private school in Plateau State. Number 1, they call it illegal school. So illegal school is any school that are open without government knowledge. You have not been to the government, you have not bought establishment form, and you just go and rent a house and you start school. They will come out, they will come. The government have agents, they have agents, individuals that go round about to discover new schools, and they write the name of the school to the ministry. So when they are doing inspection, they will come. And when they come, they say, where is your establishment form? Are you approved? Are you this thing? If you say, I don't, some proprietor don't know anything about establishment. They say, what is establishment form? So you are in legal school. Illegal school is any school that has not bought the form, that government have never seen your 10 kobo. Because government believe that education is the sole responsibility of government. That children in the community, they are properties of government, and it's government that is supposed to render that service to them. And if government cannot do it enough, and private sectors are coming in, so they are helping government to do what government is supposed to do. And so government see them as part of people helping them. So they still regulate. So they regulate private school. They have inspector that his sole duty is private school. He inspect private school. So illegal school is any school that has never gone to government office for anything. And they have the one they call processing, school under processing. A school under processing is a school that have bought establishment form and is now processing it, because practically speaking, is you can't finish registration of a school in one day or 1 week or 1 month or 1 year sef. It takes time. So most of the time school bought forms, proprietor bought forms, and they are filling the forms. After you have bought the form, you may be looking for money to process that of the CAC, and so you are under processing if you have bought form. So government respect such school more than the one that have not bought the form at all. And the third aspect is approved school. Approved school are the school that have gotten government approval. Some signboard of school you see, they will write government approved. So they have gotten government approval. Is a kind of letter or certificate that government gives to you after you have finished the processing of your form. They give you, and that is your license. That is your power to operate school. But that is not the end with government. It's still renewable. After one year, it expires. So you have to be renew it after one year. So it's just like a driver's license or car particulars. So it's only functional for a year. After a year, you go back to government to renew it, and you renew it with money. So if you don't, when they come after you, so they can still lock the school. That you have not renewed your approval. So receipt of a legal operation. If the school commence operation without government approval, in Nigeria, most of the cases we start school when we have not gotten government approval. So the government sees such school as a illegal school. So when they come, what they do is that they will close the school. They will seal the school. So you are not to enroll a student when you have not gotten approval. So in case you are impatient and you start running school, which is possible. If I started running my school and I'm still processing, I started running my school. So you are expected to pay that illegal fee, and that fee is 200,000 naira. So when you pay it, they are going to give you receipt. So that receipt also you photocopy it and put it inside your application form. You photocopy it and put inside the file. So if that receipt is not there and you started enrollment before government approval, they are not going to approve your school. They are not going to approve your school. So this is very, very important and very, very crucial.